Hi, I'm Dan the Install Guide, and I'd like to welcome you to the Gemini Split Stencil Guide installation demo.
In this video, we will demonstrate the use of a split stencil guide, which is a laser cutout of your letters made from heavy white paper. A split stencil is an installation aid when installing flat plastic or metal letters over 6 inches high. Generally, with a split stencil guide, no mounting hardware is required.
So what is a split stencil guide, and how is it used?
A split stencil is a 6-inch wide guide that has been laser cut out of heavy white paper. The letters are aligned per artwork or properly aligned, kerned, and spaced in a design program, then laser cut to produce a guide that is 3 inches of paper above the baseline and 3 inches of paper below the copy baseline. This cutout allows enough of a guide to show where the letters need to be set. Most of the smaller flat letters and split stencil guides are used on interior walls that are smooth and flat. When you order a split stencil, always communicate any spacing or line length restrictions. Special spacing, kerning, stacking, or multiple lines can be built into this guide.
Before mounting any letters, make sure you have the proper tools, permits, and equipment. Plan ahead.
Split stencil installs require a level, tape measure, masking tape, split stencil guide, and your letters. Based on whether your letters contain double-faced tape or are plain, you may also need some adhesive. Always match your adhesive to the material and type of mounting surface. As an example, a plain acrylic letter should not be installed onto a flat wall with just silicone. Always consult with an adhesive expert or company such as IPS or 3M for recommendations. Equipment requirements for your letter mount will be based on where your letters are being installed. Will you need a ladder, 2 ladders, a scaffold, or even a lift? Just plan ahead on this to know what is required to complete your entire project. Another good practice is to double check exactly where your letters need to be installed. Many installers have an approved drawing showing the install or have a signed off approval from the owner or landlord. Lastly, make sure you've attained any required permits. Always check local sign codes along with any building and sign regulations. Using a split stencil guide really does make your flat letter install easier with these 5 easy steps. To prep your mounting surface, you should make it a regular practice to always clean and prepare your mounting area. When using tape or adhesive, the surface needs to be flat, dry, and dust-free. So, all the prepping and planning is done, and you are now ready to position your guide and install your letters. With your surface prepped, you can now lay out, align, level, and properly secure your split stencil to a flat wall. Tape any loose guide pieces such as with an N or M. Do a final check of the copy. Is the spelling, spacing, and kerning okay? Check twice, install once. And now the installation of acrylic letters with double-faced tape that has been pre-applied to the letter backs.
The beauty of this install is that we will not need any adhesive or extra tape to hold the letters in place.
Working from first to last letter, I will insert my letters into the split stencil cutouts. With flat letters such as these, I am fitting my letters like a puzzle. I will make sure that I only lightly set my letters with double-faced tape to the mounting surface to make sure they are straight. I will work from left to right in my copy, leaving any masking on the letters until I have finished my install. With thicker, heavier letters, you can also help hold the letters to the wall with strips of masking tape. After inserting all of my letters, I will then remove the split stencil guide and do a final visual check of the entire set. Again, is everything spelled right? Aligned, level, okay? Now you can do minor adjustments on any letter that may appear slightly crooked. Once all letters are in place, I need to set my tape. I will do this by pressing the letter faces with a good strong push. Many companies like 3M recommend at least 30 to 50 pounds of force to properly set the tape. As long as you don't press too hard into a wall, like drywall, just make sure you solidly set the tape. Once your letters are set, Now you can remove the protective letter masking. Use care to not scratch your letters. Most masking can be released with your fingernail. Lastly, clean off any letters that you may have touched. Don't use any chemicals to clean any plastic letter, as this may degloss the plastic. Just use a mild soap and warm water.
We hope you benefited from the Gemini Split Stencil Guide install demo. Signing off, Dan the Install Guide.